Hey wrestling fans, this is Rick from rickswrestlingblog.com. Hey, I wanted to tell you about a game that I put up on my website. Um, Usually me and my brothers get together for the pay-per-views and we get together and do this little game. It's usually like a football pool type of game. And we put points on there. We write down all sorts of. Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you on the internet real quick. But I want to let you know I put it up on my website that you can actually download a copy of it if you guys wanted to play it on your own. It's just for us. It's just fun. It's just something to do, and it gives us something to talk about. It just kind of gets everything flowing right before the pay-per-view starts. So I really wanted to have it printed, and for some reason I'm having issues with my printer right now. So I'm gonna have to show you directly on my website. So let me go ahead and just gonna move this camera real quick and kind of show you what I've got going on my website here. So, all right. So here's my website, and so if you go to my website, you see I'm gonna have this tab right here that says Wrestling Games, and you're gonna go right here to the pay-per-view, and we'll go ahead and select pay-per-view. And as soon as that decides to open up, here we go. Okay, so WWE Royal Rumble, here's the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on Royal Rumble. And what I did was I actually had put two games up here. I actually did two different games, okay? So I'm going to show you what the first one looks like. All you have to do is click the link here. And I'll tell you what, this is an Excel spreadsheet. I just put it up there as Excel, so having a little issues with some Adobe right now, but the Excel works just fine. Plus you can add anything more to it. So let's go ahead and open that file. Okay, and let's open up this. Okay, so here is the actual game. All right, so try to line that up a little bit there. So what we have here is so for example, actually you're gonna scroll down a little bit and you'll see the questions right here. Okay, so number one, for every correct answer it's worth 1 point. So name each superstar predicted to enter the Royal Rumble. So what you'll do is come here and list all the superstars on this line, and that line. You've got 30 superstars that are going to join the Royal Rumble. And number two down here says write the predicted entry number for each superstar. This is just, if you just try to score some extra points. Now we know that CM Punk is now going to be number one. So obviously you could put CM Punk down and you get 1 point automatically. But now if you put him down and put him down as entry number one, now you're going to get another point for him, okay? And the idea is to pick as many superstars as you can. Now, first of all, with the 30 superstars that are coming in, we probably already know about a dozen of them that are already going to be in there. So that's 12 points that we're going to get right away. The only thing that we don't know is what entry number they're going to be. So as we keep going down, here, number three, you write down the winner. Who do you think is going to be the winner of the Royal Rumble? Who will win the WWE World's Heavyweight Championship match? John Cena versus Randy Orton. So you pick one. And at the end of the night, who's going to be the World Heavyweight Champion? Okay, so they are, really different questions because, for example, let's say John Cena wins this match, but what if he wins by disqualification? He doesn't get the title. So that means your world champion is still Randy Orton. Okay, so question number 6: who's gonna be the winner at the match The Big Show versus Brock Lesnar. You put him down, and like I said, the WWE has a tendency of adding last-minute matches. So you can. This is an Excel spreadsheet, so you can just easily type in these extra matches or whatever they're gonna be putting in here. I'm hearing that they're talking about a tag team title match, maybe putting in there, possibly even a Divas match. So we'll have to see. So anyway, you'll have room to put it in there. So this is the actual first game. Let me close this real quick. I actually made another modified version with the help of one of my brothers here. And this is a second game, which actually is a bit more interesting. And this is the one we're actually going to play this Sunday. So this one's a little bit more. For example, there's going to be 30 participants. You got to put the entry number in there. And entries are going to go from 1 to 30. Now here's how you do the scoring. You get 1 point for each superstar that is going to be in the pay-per-view. Okay, that's going to go into the Royal Rumble, I should say. Not the pay-per-view, but the Royal Rumble match itself. So you go ahead and put, you mark down a Y, a yes for this person will be in it, and you expect them to be entry number 15, whatever it might be. Now, for every person that participates, you're going to get 1 point. For every person that you get the correct entry number, you're going to get an extra 2 points. Now, at the bottom, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more spaces here. These are for 2 surprise entrants here and here, so a total of 4. 4 surprise entrants that are not on the regular roster. So, for example, let's say Hacksaw Jim Duggan. How often does he get thrown into the Royal Rumble? Let's say we expect Hacksaw Jim Duggan to be thrown in there. You would write in Hacksaw Jim Duggan right there, and you would say he's going to be entry number 26. Okay, just to throw something in there. And if you get it, great. You might be able to get the point for this one. The entry is probably going to be a lot harder. But again, this is just for fun. Okay. If there's superstars listed here that you believe will not be part of the pay-per-view, then obviously don't mark them because we have more than 30 listed here. All right. So for each surprise entrant, it's 3 points for every correct entrant, but it's also 3 points for every correct entry number. Okay. Now for the questions on the bottom, okay, these are all going to be worth 1 point. Okay, so who will be the last participants left standing in the Royal Rumble? Who versus who? We may say, Batista. We may think Batista is going to be one of the final 2. We expect him to probably win the pay-per-view. I don't know. So let's say it'll be Batista and is Randy Orton in it? I would like to throw him in there, but I don't know if he is or not. But let's say it's just him and Daniel Bryan, for example. Okay. So you list those 2 and you'll get a point for each of them that are right. Name the winner of the Rumble, and you write them in there. Who will win the match for the World Heavyweight Championship, just like the previous game. And then who at the end of the night will be the World Heavyweight Champion. And who's going to win the match between the Big Show and Brock Lesnar. Put all your answers there. And again, you've got more space. Just in case they throw in some other matches, just type them in there. And what we normally do for this is we'll go ahead and fill this out before the pre-show starts. And then we just kind of do a round the table, talk about our answers. And we officially cannot change any answers once the pre-show starts. But, again, rules are meant to be broken. You guys can do whatever you want. So I'm just giving you a little something to do that, we find to be pretty entertaining, fun. So one of the things that we normally do when we do our pay-per-view, let me go ahead and bring that back here a little bit here. Get this straight here. Okay. One of the things we usually do is we win a prize. Well, we bring a prize. One of us will bring a prize, and the winner of the game at the end of the night will actually get that prize. So I won the prize a couple pay-per-views ago. The prize was Daniel Bryan, and I got myself a little Daniel Bryan, so that's pretty cool, like that. And so we've had a John Cena victory, we had a CM Punk, so there's been a few of them. One thing that we had talked about and we had not done it yet, I would really love to do it, but honestly, money's just not there for it. But one thing we talked about was having not a toy, but a real title. Those $300, $400, $500 titles, not the real titles, but the replicas. Okay, so we talked about having a replica that we would go into the pay-per-view. And with the very first one, whoever won the very first game would actually be the champion. And what we would do is go ahead and we would keep that belt for that month until the next pay-per-view came around. Once the next pay-per-view came around, that belt was up for grabs again. And whoever wins the next game gets to hold that title for the next month. And so forth and so forth. So that's one of the ideas we wanted to do. It's just that when you have a belt that's kind of worth so much money, you don't really want to just hand it around so much. So the other idea is have everybody chip in. So if everybody pays, if you have 3 of you, pay a third of it, or if there's 4, pay a quarter of it, or if you guys pay for it evenly, then hey, then you got yourself a title that you can go ahead and hand around. You got the champion, and you're defending that title every month. So hey, is it cheesy? Maybe, but I think it's kind of cool. I like it. So anyway, that's it. That's the game. It's on my website, rickswrestlingblog.com. So feel free to go up there and download it, print it out, and just have fun with it. And and email me. Tell me what you thought. If there's any other ideas that you think that should actually be added to the game, maybe I can do that. Now, WWE, like I mentioned earlier, has a tendency of adding last minute matches. So as of right now, those are the matches. However, if right after Monday Night Raw tonight, they list another match, or even after SmackDown, I will be updating the sheet on the website all the way up until Saturday, or even maybe even Sunday morning. So you may be able to go ahead to the website as early as maybe able to do it right before the pay-per-view actually. So I'll be actually pay-per-views here this weekend. So hey, all right. So I'll be updating it all the way to the last minute. Okay. So to get the latest, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just go ahead and download it now. Okay. So thanks for watching, and like us on Facebook, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.